So I'm going to throw this aside verse from an Arsenal perspective. You need to bolster the attacking line. He obviously said no to both yourselves and Chelsea a few years ago to join Barcelona. But would you take him back now to give that competition and respite to Saka? Or has that ship sailed, in your opinion?
If he's willing to sit on the bench for Saka, of course. I'd take him back. I still think he's a good player, and I still think there's something there in the player that. No, he's not playing left wing. It's right wing or nothing. If he wants to sit on the bench, he can sit on the bench.
I'm pretty sure Barca played them there.
Why can't he play the
amount?
No, but we'll play him on the right. I don't want him touching.
I'm saying he can play both sides.
I think Martinelli and Trossard are better players than him. In my personal opinion. Brother, we don't want to speak about your Martinelli thoughts. We already know you think Martinelli's in the garbage from what you said against Madrid.
No,
hold on. I know what you said about him and Madrid, bro. So it's okay.
I said he's limited. Doesn't mean he's not a good player.
But
so why don't you play Saka on the left and Rafinha on the right?
No. Saka does not move his position. Saka has that right position for a reason.
So, I think though, like squad game, 50 games a season, Saka's going to get eventually Limp Bizkit 2.0. You got a player there that can come in.
Yeah, man. I mean, listen, he was Limp Bizkit at the toilet bowl. But anyway, enough of the dead banter. Let's actually get to the facts. Let's get to the facts. Nah, for real. I'll take him as a backup. I'll take him as a backup. I don't think he gets on that left side, if I'm being honest, because Trossard at the moment, listen, he was on fire.
Trossard don't start, though.
But he even finished
the
second half of the season, he took over. Now, it's going to be competition on that left side for them.
What about Leroy Sane? He's got that Arteta link from City.
No.
1 year left in his contract.
Hold on a minute. Brother, I want to be... my mental health, bro, please, and my heart, bro, please, my blood pressure.
And there's the standard.
I would rather
play, man.
No, Leroy Sane is dead. He's a dead baller, bro.
Well, he terrorized you at the Emirates.
Okay, one run. Hang
on. Break that down. Break down Leroy Sane is a dead baller, please, for me.
Bro's won 5 league titles.
I think he's late. Brother, 5 league titles at Manchester City.
It doesn't matter.
We can't really bring that out and be like, oh yeah, look at this and look at that.
I swear he won the treble
over Leroy Sane.
No, he didn't.
Right, guys, let him break it down. Let him break it down. That interesting. Explain why he's a dead baller. I need to understand.
I think he's a very lazy player. I also think that passing wise, his passing is way off. He may have a little dribble in him, and he may have the speed, and that's what happened against us. Numerous amounts of times where you say he cut through us, he just ran straight and received the ball. And because he was fast enough, he was able to get past everybody. But other than that, what does he have? His shots are not very good. At this moment in time where we're talking right now, I'm not talking about the player that was at Manchester City. Because I think the player at Manchester City was good. But since he's come to Bayern Munich, and now the player that we see right now, I don't think he's good. And I don't want him at Arsenal.
You know what?
That's how I would explain that he's a dead baller.
In all seriousness about Sane, I have to agree with Saad. I personally don't rate him as well. I don't rate him at all. I think ever since that game against PSG in COVID, I have just been off him because his decision making. I think you missed one big thing, Saad. His decision making is atrocious.
It's awful.
He makes the wrong decision. He shoots when he has to pass. He passes when he shoots. He's greedy as hell. And he's direct, but he's not like Robben. He thinks he's Robben, but he's not like Robben. He tries to do everything by himself and just fails utterly miserably.
To me, he looks like a player that's fading away. He's starting to fade away. That talent that he had at Man City is starting to fade away. I'm like, bro, what is going on? The only hope, if he did come to Arsenal, is I think if Mikel Arteta could somehow, because Mikel Arteta was training him a lot, and there was like certain groups, and Mikel Arteta had a group with him, Sterling, those kind of players. So Listen, it could be something where he comes to the club and Mikel Arteta is able to get something out of him and he got something out of Havertz. I didn't think that was even physically possible until it happened. But, bro, it could happen. I'm not saying it can't, but I just don't, personally, at this moment in time, I don't rate the player. And I don't think he comes in and starts for us. Or
He moved to Bayern Munich in 2020. The season just gone right now is his best season for output in terms of GA, right? He got more assists last season than any season since he's been in Germany. And he was fighting with Gnabry, Coman, Musiala to play in that position. In an Arsenal shirt, on that left-hand side, Arteta loves versatility. He loves players that can play everywhere. I think if you've got a Sane coming off the bench and you've got a Martinelli coming off the bench, it's night and day there. He's got Champions League experience, and he's bringing a winning mentality into the dressing room.
If I was an Arsenal fan, I'd rather get Gnabry than Sane. I really do.
Gnabry won't leave.
I think at this moment, I think it speaks volumes when people but back in the day, Klopp really loved Sane. Like, he loved him. We wished he had him in his team. But then after that, when he got offered the opportunity to sign him, he didn't want to get him. I think that speaks volumes because he was highly touted by so many clubs, but now so many clubs just don't look at him anymore because they just don't rate him that much. And he hasn't shown any form of development ever since he left Man City to go to Bayern Munich. And remember, when he left Man City, a lot of people were saying, oh, he's no longer shackled by Pep. He can now go on and do his own thing. And he hasn't really shown it.
Yeah, but he's just had his best season in terms of output since he's been in Germany. And he's older. And it's a worse Bayern Munich team.
But if that happened, if he was so popping and he had his best season for output and that, when he was on the big stage for Germany, why did he play like a bozo? And by the way, he had no. I'm talking Phil Foden performances. That's what this guy was dropping. No good games at all for Germany. None.
But then, Henry, I think it speaks volume of how bad he's been at Bayern. If this was his best season, I think his overall Bayern career is
an option, man. Like if you're looking at Eddie Nketiah or Reece Nelson coming off the bench or Martinelli coming off the bench, and you got Leroy Sane,
But Henry, that's the thing though. These players that you just named, the Reece Nelson, the Nketiah, these guys are going to be gone. They're already looking at offers and they're getting offers from clubs.
Yeah, but
like West Ham are in for Reece Nelson, Fulham are in for Nketiah, and Marseille are in for Nketiah. So clubs are looking at these players and they're going to get them because we're going to get rid of them. But I need us to now bring in players that are not or don't need as much work now, because I think we're right at that position where we can just reach out and grab that Premier League, but we need to get players to get us over the line. I don't know whether he's that.
I get the decision making be put up there. This guy's played 175 games for Bayern Munich, and he has 48 goals and 50 assists. So to put that into context of output, Bukayo Saka has played, who I rate, has played 226 games, has 58 goals and 53 assists. So in around, what is that, 50 less games, and I understand Saka started a lot younger. Some of that was at left back, so I understand. But in 50 left games, he has only slightly less goals and assists than him. But the level of return for, and as you say, he's competing against Comans, Gnabry's, Musiala's, and co. I don't know. I just feel like with Leroy Sane, all that's happened is the Premier League hype has fallen away because we don't watch him enough. I still think there's and I'm not saying he has to start for Arsenal every week, but I look at it and go, I look at who you guys are linked to, and you need some reinforcements in that attacking area. I know the Calafiori deal we'll get onto a minute. There's a delay. We're seeing different reports. Some of it is that Arsenal haven't agreed a deal. Some of it is that Bologna and Basel were arguing over the sell-on fee. And I actually believe they're one of the same. I think that Bologna are probably asking Arsenal for more money because they're going to lose 50% of it to Basel. So Arsenal are pushing back and everything else. But attacking wise, you even need a good quality number 9, or you need more output from a new inside forward. You have to. And you can't go out, in my opinion, and sign a new player who's at a Reece Nelson or Nketiah level. It's got to be somebody that is above that. And I mean, there is talk that Sane wouldn't leave anyway. But I look at players like Sane, I look at Rafinha's, and I've seen a lot of Arsenal fans turn their nose up at them. And I think they would be excellent additions to your first team and squad. I really do. I don't think any of them are dead.
Rafinha, I would take. Rafinha, I would take. Rafinha, I think he's still got that ability and that drive. You can see at times like he has that. He wants to win, and he looks like his decision making is good at times. Like his passing is good, his shooting's good. But
they said Havertz.
Listen,
you put the right manager in the right environment. Why can't you do the same with Sane? Like people said, Havertz is going to be an absolute flop. And yes, don't get me wrong, he's starting horrendously. And then all of a sudden, the confidence builds up and you get better performances. Plus, Sane would walk in and be the most experienced player in that squad.
I think Sane's works with better managers and still hadn't shown enough. Like, you worked with Hansi Flick, and Hansi Flick got a tune out of Gnabry, Coleman, and players like that. And he didn't have this as much of an impact with Sane as he did with the other two. That's it just works both ways, I think. It's a difficult one with Sane. I think overall, for me, the amount of promise that he showed and the quality that he showed, the quality in the Premier League was unbelievable. And I thought he was going to really kick on, and he just hasn't done it.
That's also one thing as well. He makes 350k a week, by the way, in Bayern Munich. Yeah. So if he comes in, is he willing to take a pay cut? Because I don't see us paying 350k a week for somebody I don't think can replace Saka. I don't think he may be.
I mean, De Ligt's willing to take a pay cut to join Manchester United, and I would say that you're probably in a better position than we are. You're in a more attractive position. So, I think players are. I think players are willing to take pay cuts. What you may need to do with someone like Sane is, firstly, is he being paid that in pounds or euros? That's significant. Secondly, a lot of these players are happy to take incentive-based salaries. So, okay, well, I'll drop my base to 200k, but if I score an assist at this level and if we win these trophies, then I get paid a bonus that equates to what I'm earning now. And again, why would you not say yes to that at Arsenal if you genuinely believe in the player, your manager, and what you're building? But let me ask you a question, Sal. Are you not trying to protect Saka too much? That's Saka's position. I don't want no one to challenge him, no one to get in his way.
No,
you're doing that at all?
No, because I want somebody to come in that could be better than Saka. I invite the pressure and I invite the competitiveness, because I feel like Saka has never truly had somebody to compete for that spot against him. He's never had somebody that's like, you know what? If you don't play well, bro, I'm right here. I'll take a spot easy. So I think he needs that. And I invite that on because I appreciate every single position having 1 to 2 to 3 good players in it, that they're all fighting for the same spot and they all want to get the starting position. But the only thing is, I don't think Sane is good enough to replace him. I don't think he's good enough to start over him. That's just my personal opinion from what I've seen. Even against Ødegaard, you see the connection that they got, the chemistry that they have. I don't think you could take that away from a thing with him and Ben White.